Hey, Queen City Gaming fans, welcome back, folks. So today, guys, we're looking into the brand new Commander expansion for the Separatists. So as you know, guys, this is my main faction. I play for Star Wars Legion, and I absolutely adore them. So let's crack this open, take a look inside, and see what comes in this expansion. So this is the Super Tactical Droid, and let's look and see on the box. There it is. It still says it's a Fantasy Flight product, which is kind of interesting. It makes me wonder if these boxes were printed like a year ago before the takeover was like set. So we'll yeah, that's kind of interesting. So guys, in this box you're going to get one bag with one base. Just like most of the newer expansions, everything's kind of in its own little bag. You get one frame for the Super Tactical Droid. And then you're going to get a set of instructions here. One thing that does disappoint me with this kit is the lack of like posability. There's not a whole lot here. I would have liked, especially for a gun to be separate, that could have like gone onto its back or something. That is one thing I would have liked. And I will say, guys, the pieces for the head and the feet are super easy to lose. So be very, very careful when you build this model. Alright, so let's check this out. Alright, tokens and cards, you go over there. Alright. So, as far as the frame goes, guys, we have one frame, okay? It comes with two sets of legs, one chest piece, and then you have a couple different sets of arms. You only have one of each foot, so be very careful about that. It's the same piece, can go on either leg. And then the headpiece itself is very tiny and very easy to lose. So be very careful with that. And then you have two options, either like the bent arm or the straight arm for the gun, and then two of each arm with no gun. So yeah, kind of super simple, super easy. I'll have some high def photos of the built model after this. I have two of them, and I'm going to build both of them so you can kind of see different poses in action. So when we look at the unit card, or the tokens itself, you'll get one commander card and a variety of other cards. No more proof of purchase anymore on these, which is kind of interesting, which makes me sad because I have a ton of those and I don't know what to do with them. But yeah, so as far as cards goes, we're going to get Esteemed Leader here. So gives Guardian to Core Troopers at range 1. Yep. Inspiring Presence, Vigilance. Alright, this is a new card, Hacked Comms Unit. During the issue order step of the command phase, after an enemy unit at range 1 is issued an order, you may issue an order to yourself if able. So that's actually not a bad card, and I feel like you're going to use this some on like Magna Guard and maybe a couple other units. Into the Fray, which we saw in the Wookiee kit. So when an enemy unit at range 1 activates, you may gain 1 surge token, so not bad. And then portable scanners, it is what it is. So when we look into the cards itself, guys, we're going to get 3 command cards, and we're actually getting 3 unit cards, which is really cool. So the first one we're going to look at is the generic Super Tactical Droid. It's 95 points, has 5 health, 2 courage, red saves, moves a speed 2, has an E5 blaster rifle, which is a red and a white with lethal 1 at range 1 to 3, which is very similar to the T-Series Tactical Droid. Combat expertise, which is 2 black and melee. It has strategize 1, which is really cool. So this unit gains a suppression token, and you can hand 1 aim and 1 dodge to a unit at range 1. So super cool. Direct AI, so you can give out a order token to something at range 1 and 2, which really makes me like this unit over the T-Series Tactical Droid, and rightly so, lore-wise, because rather than just handing out a Core Trooper chit like you do with a T-Series Tactical Droid, with the Super Tactical Droid, you do it with anything with AI. And remember, even Magna Guards gain AI after they get their programming cards put in. So Override 1, when a friendly unit at range 1 activates, you may gain 1 suppression token. If you do, that unit ignores AI during its activation, which is super cool, and you're going to see that used a lot. The only thing is, with this unit, you're going to gain suppression really fast, especially if you're using Strategize 1 with it. So you have to watch out for suppression on this unit. And then Sharpshooter 1. It has 2 command slots, a comm slot, and a gear slot. Super cool little unit. I think you're going to find this in most units going forward within the most armies going forward with the droid faction. So after that, you have Kalani, which is a version of the super tactical droid. He is 100 points. Everything is pretty much the same, except his combat training is a black and a white. His E5 blaster is a black and a white. Still 5 health, 2 courage, red saves, surges to hit. He has Strategize 2. So when you use Strategize, you gain a suppression and you hand it out to 2 different units. They both gain an aim and a dodge. Direct AI, Reinforcements, which is a new rule, and it should be in the RRG whenever it updates. But you may deploy after all units without reinforcements have deployed, which is really big, and it's going to pair really well with one of the command cards. And then Sharpshooter 2, which is okay. It's going to work well with like Orbital Strike, but as far as his regular attack goes, it's not that impressive. He has 3 command options though, which is really cool. 1 comms, 1 gear slot. And then the Kraken. He's 100 points as well. This is the melee version, which is kind of crazy. So base stats stay the same, except he gains Surge to Crit, which is really cool. Strategize 1, Charge, which is interesting. All right, Override 2, so you can override 2 units with AI. But yeah, you're gonna, if you do so, yeah, interesting. And then Sharpshooter, so when performing a ranged attack, reduce the defender's cover by 2, which doesn't matter that much. But for Kraken, his E5 blaster rifle is 2 black, and his, with Pierce 1, which is crazy. All the other ones had a lethal 1. And then his melee attack, which is just absurd to me, is 4 red dice with lethal 1. For those of you who don't know, this is the dude who, like, tackles Anakin in the Clone Wars series. He's got 2 command slots, a training slot, so you could put him up to 5 red dice with tenacity if he had a wound, which is just silly to me. A comm slot and a gear slot. So when we take these profiles and we combine them with these unit cards, you get some interesting combos in here. So let's start with 3, just because it's a divulge. So the 3 pip is 3 trooper units or AI units. So if it's not divulged, choose up to 2 friendly units with face-up order tokens. Each a chosen unit recovers, which is really cool for some builds out there. It makes me really think of the commando droids with their shields. You can get their shields back, which is really neat. Or you can use it to recover your rockets on your snail takes, which is really cool. Because they have AI as well now, because they had to have a programming slot. Now, if you do divulge this during the unit setup, choose up to 3 friendly units with AI. Each chosen unit gains reinforcements, so they get set up after everything else gets deployed, which is a really interesting tactic. So if you take Kalani and then 3 units of Magna Guard, you can set them up after everything else is deployed, which is really interesting and a cool way to view that card. Alright, the 2 pip is Preservation Protocol, Super Tactical Droid, 2 droid troopers, or AI units. So when a Super Tactical Droid issues an order to a droid trooper unit or a unit with AI, it gains Disengage, Impervious, and 1 dodge token. This is going to be great with Magna Guard. It's kind of like, you know, the commander that's coming out with Magna Guard was made for Magna Guard. But you issue it to your 2 Magna Guard units. They each gain a dodge, disengage, and impervious, and then you use your direct AI to start your droid chain, which is super cool. And then they too will suffer, which is the 1 pip. It's just the super tactical droid that gets an order, but at the end of the command phase, your opponent must choose 1 of their core, special forces, support, or heavy units with an order token, if able, and return it to their order pool. Okay. The first time your opponent would draw an order from their order pool this round, you may force them to draw a token with a rank of your choice instead. So this is really interesting, and you're really going to have to depend on your opponent for when you're going to play this card. It could be pivotal in some situations, especially if they're trying to get their Wookiees to attack first to keep them alive, and you pull this, and you're like, oh no. you put a 1-pip with ambush and you gave it to your 1 Wookiee unit, now put that Wookiee unit back. Okay? But it doesn't say commander or operative. So you really have to watch your opponent's command cards and play this at the right time. This is going to be a crippling card if played correctly, but if it's not played correctly, it will do absolutely nothing in the game. So guys, overall, this is a fantastic kit. And if you're a droid player out there, you're going to want at least 1, maybe even 2 of these, to be honest with you. I got 2 just so I can paint them differently. I'm probably going to... where is he at? I'm probably going to end up painting Kalani up as Kalani and then doing a generic super tactical droid, just because I think Kalani plays more to the way I want to play the game. But overall, guys, no matter which way you go, all 3 of these units are going to be on the table, and they're going to be awesome for your droid forces. So check this kit out, guys. Go out there, get one when you can. Hopefully the US gets there soon, but a fantastic fantastic addition to any set out there. I do want to thank you for joining me here at Queen City Gaming, folks. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe down below. Make sure you also stick around for these high-def photos, and thank you so much for watching. Queen City Gaming, folks, signing out.